I don't think the film was judgmental. However, I do think that there's a sense of fate and inevitability. And so I would like actually Mr. Ruiz to just comment. I mean, when watching the film, I couldn't help but think of Israel and Palestine also. And so, you know, it was that the Marines are fodder, and the other side is suffering, and there's just this real sense of, you know, fate, and that this is just going to continue.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. The Marines were what?
They're fodder. I mean, we're destroying our young men and women, and in that scene in the bathroom, I mean, it comes across very strongly that, I mean, in a sense, we are all to blame for that. And there's a sense of fate in the film, that things are not going to change. And so I'd like to know, I'm sure you felt that. And so I'd like to know what you feel now.
Well, it's been 5 years already, you know, and it doesn't look like it's come to an end anytime soon. Hopefully a film like this can inspire a change where it can bring this to an end. You know, it's war. People are going to be affected, and you know, the way certain things happen and what things happen affect people differently. You know, for me, luckily for me, I was affected in a positive way where I can enjoy things like a cold cup of ginger ale or something like that. But unfortunately, there's people that are affected where they can't be in large groups of people, or you know, they can't be around certain things, or you know, whatever the case may be. But it's war, and it affects people, whether it's good or bad. So I mean, I think the film speaks for itself the way I feel. And I'm definitely against the war in a way, against the way certain things are happening and how things are being shown. But hopefully, like I said, a film like this can inspire a change and hopefully bring, you know, this war to an end.
I just wanted to, you know, I thought it was a very powerful film. I've enjoyed your films, Nick. I think, though, the reason why these films have not received the reception, because war tapes cannot be looked on, you know, as that's soldiers filming themselves, and only 3. I think they also did not do well. I think the simple fact is that it's 1 in 40 families in this country that are affected by this conflict, or even less, even probably higher than that, as opposed to Vietnam, 1 in 15 or 20, World War II, 1 in 5. It's very simple. The public is not involved the same way they were in the past. Now, I interviewed the frontline producer who did the film on Haditha, and I remember seeing UAV footage in that movie that had larger amounts of insurgents. They described it as a big firefight going on in that movie, and they were obviously taking the evidence from the court-martial that was going on. And I wonder, and the incident of Fallujah, I think, is very important to emphasize, because this battalion had been in, I guess, the second battle of Fallujah, as I recall. And I just wondered, you know, in terms of artistic license, you know, how you feel to emphasize or not emphasize things, and also that question of what was actually going on the ground, because they gave the impression that there were firefights all over. They had a UAV shot of about 4 or 5 guys running, you know, and what you showed was 2 guys that set off the idea. So I just wondered, you know, when you're looking at all that evidence, what you're selecting and choosing or emphasizing and all that.